I'll admit, it's not every day you see a 15-foot tall skeleton with a tiny little friend in his boot, so I've grown interested, and I don't really know what would be a good counter to that, so I'm just gonna throw a peasant rush his way. All the peasants from the village have come out to get rid of this curse. Oh, oof. Yeah, not quite, guys. You probably should have revolted at home. No, I don't think this was such a good idea. Come on. My guy, I said that they're peasants, not pheasants. You can't just send them flying south for the winter like that. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, where today we're nearing the end of spooky season, and it just so happens I have the perfect thing to celebrate. You know, we've already gotten the spooky faction and the evil faction, but now we have the Spookified Mod, a new faction with new Halloween and undead themed units. And from what little I've seen of this so far, it's real impressive. I think we're gonna start things off small and then work our way up, because like just the simplest, cheapest unit in this faction, the Tombstone Bearer, is surprisingly interesting. Like, we've seen a whole lot of wobblers, you know, the Gumby-looking characters in this game, and we've seen a whole lot of skeletons, but we've never really seen, like, a mix of the two. A partially living wobbler, partially exposed undead skeleton, and he is bearing a tombstone, a weapon that we haven't seen before. So I kind of want to get, like, a couple of them out there so that I don't miss what they're doing. Oh, they've even got, like, a custom summoning animation. That's impressive. And we'll just have them face off against everybody's favorite punching bag, the hobbits. Yeah, you guys have been getting off easy since I returned to this game. Don't think I forgot about you. I would imagine they should have an easy enough time smashing hobbit heads. Oh, they actually did. Yeah, so they actually hit the hobbit and then stun them. They've got little stars over them. I don't think that's normally part of the game. Mind you, they end up having to break their weapon to do it, so they're left quite literally bare-knuckle boxing. But oh no, guys, please, don't underestimate the hobbits. I know I make fun of them, but they're tricksy, okay? They're not above grabbing you by your undead candy corns and shaking. I don't like the way this is going, damn it. Well, if the Tombstone Bearer is trying to concuss its enemies, then I'm thinking it's probably not a very good test to use an enemy that's got a brain the size of a chickpea. So maybe we'll use the Painter instead. You know, they've got big, wrinkly Renaissance brains, and I can't imagine those French hats are gonna do a whole lot to defend against a slab of stone. Yeah, they are out cold. That is super cool. I could really see this being a unit that's in the game and serves a really strategic function. You know, they're frontline infantry, but they do more than just throw their bodies out there to delay. They actually knock the unit out for a period of time. Like, could you imagine if we knocked out some really critical enemy units and then all of my other guys had a chance to wail on them safely, and they managed to win here? I gotta say, I really like this unit. Do you think they could knock out somebody bigger? Like, what if we threw the king out there? I can't imagine they're gonna win. The money is way off, but it's different with the hobbits, you know, their heads being ball height versus the king being like 8 feet tall. But no, it worked. He's still knocked out, and we still have what? And he's down again. They could potentially win this. If they stagger their stuns, he's just kind of left breakdancing. I like it. Oh god, okay, he's back up. That's a problem. But now you guys have become the hobbits. I didn't really mean like that, but alright, still a good test. That being said, we can go bigger. Could they knock out Snuffy? Actually, I can make this like a somewhat fair fight, right? We could use a whole bunch of them, make the money a little bit more even. In all reality, if Snuffy gets knocked out every time he gets smacked with a tombstone here, he would never get back up, but he doesn't care. Yeah, so maybe it does have something to do with the size of their brains, because, you know, he's got a pachyderm brain, like literal peanut size. He doesn't care about getting smacked in the head. Well, at least with the Tombstone Bearer, it's kind of obvious what he's gonna do. You know, you don't expect him to tickle somebody with that rock. But with the Spectre, I have no idea. You know, she actually, yeah, we don't see a whole lot of girl units in tabs, come to think of it. They usually stand out whenever you do, especially when she's floating and ethereal and holding her head in her hands. Come to think of it, if she throws her head at this squire, I am gonna be blown away. That would be, first. You okay, bud? Looks like she broke your knees with a stare. What was that? Oh yeah, she's definitely doing something. Like affecting, I was gonna say maybe his accuracy, but you never know with these tabs units. Sometimes they knock it out of the park. Sometimes they'll swing 10 times and miss. It's kind of like Stevie Wonder out there playing baseball. Eyes are open, but you never know what you're gonna get. In this case, it definitely seems to be movement related. She messes with his legs. You know, when he's cursed, he's kind of hobbling along, and then when it wears off, he's cruising again. Okay. Again, I could see this being a unit that serves like a real purpose. Strike one. Come on, strike two. Third time's a charm. And strike three. He's out of there. Strike four. Okay, finally. But again, I could see this being a unit that serves a lot of actual purpose, like actual strategic value. Just as an example, let's run a fight like this. So we've got a bunch of musketeers against a bunch of chieftains, and the problem would be that the musketeer can't kill the chieftain with a single shot. You know, maybe a couple of shots will land and will kill one, but then they're gonna close the distance before the reload is finished, start hacking and chopping, and it's nowhere close. But if we added in some specters, which are shockingly inexpensive, for 100 gold, that seems really good. They could then slow them down, and they're barely moving. Suddenly the musketeers got all the time in the world to reload. Okay, maybe not all the time. Could you guys, yeah, we go a little faster. That was such a massive difference. I love this. I love units that aren't just more hack and slash, more of the same, something that serves some kind of purpose to change up the way the battlefield works, the dynamic of things. That was so cool. I gotta see what happens when you curse a wobbly horse. This is gonna go one of two ways. Either he's going to turn into a giant sausage slug just kind of rolling around on the ground, or, look at him, he's so happy right now. He's just gonna completely ignore it. Yeah, like, the wobbly horse already doesn't know how to run, so forgetting doesn't have quite the effect we were hoping for. I don't think that was the result of the curse. I think that was just the result of how stupid the horses are. Ooh, secret unit? Secret unit? Ugh, what do you mean the fly? I mean, I wasn't really sure what to expect today, but I can promise you that a 6'2" fly that drools more than a Discord moderator was not high on my list of possibilities. Now, I don't even think I have like a fly swatter unit or something that uses fire all that much. What else could we use against a bug? Oh, I guess the monk is kind of a fly swatter. He's got that big long stick. I'm assuming that the fly flies. Yeah, there we go. The fly flies and shoots out flies. Huh. That was really cool. Did it damage them at all, or does it just slow them? Oh no, it damages them. Yeah, they're really getting into it now. Oh. Okay, so the fly managed to take out one of my guys, but you know, like any fly, one swift smack in the head and they're done. I have so many questions, and I feel like I will get so many more answers with so many more flies. Like, you gotta wonder, could a single unit get multiple swarms on it? Because if that's the case, that's just like pure nightmare fuel. Which means we should probably send out everybody's favorite nightmare fuel accepting unit. Don't worry, I'm not gonna forget about you guys. Can't use you all the time, but whenever I get a good opportunity to try something that is absolutely brutal. Okay, so it is lethal. Pretty sure I saw multiple swarms on every individual hobbit, and man, that is crazy. I mean, let's be honest. Spiders are gonna eat good tonight. Well, on the opposite side of these extremes, do you think the ice giant would care about the bugs? No, because like a hamster getting bit by a bug is gonna have a much worse day than an elephant. Maybe it can just kinda shake it all off? We've seen it do stuff like that before. Yeah, there you go, big guy. I know you're top heavy, but you can still torque your way through life? Yeah. Easy enough. I want to say he probably froze them all. Yeah, that's pretty effective. What about something like a mechanical unit? Because I don't think the tank itself is the unit. I think Da Vinci is the unit, and he's inside the tank. The tank is spinning, so it might be able to squash all the bugs, or at the very least keep them out. Does that make any sense at all? Oh, they are doing a number and they tore it apart. Can I get like a bigger look at these things? Oh yeah, they're actually like fully rendered bugs. Ooh. Well, if we can't beat the bugs with size and we can't beat the bugs with technology, then maybe we can beat them with speed? Do you think the wobbly horse could just outrun the bugs? Probably not, but I can't resist seeing them react to it. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the screaming and the horse flailing. Yeah, not quite gonna go the horse's way. These flies are real strong. Wait, there is fire. We have the Mad Mechanic. I forgot these guys are like literal flamethrowers. And we can get a whole bunch of them. That has to be able to kill off the flies, right? The first few are gonna get ruined. No, never mind. It actually spreads to the back. I assumed that they would act like ranged units. You know, they would shoot the guys in the front first, but they're smart enough, somehow, flies smarter than Tab's units, to spread out their swarms. They attack everybody through the rank and file. Funny enough, the fly is not the only unit that flies in this mod. We also have the imp. We've seen flying units before, but like, they usually struggle quite a bit. This is quite a smooth flying motion. What is that? Secret unit? Big, dangerous sword secret unit? Oh yeah, the Grieving Titan, what? Okay, we'll get to this, I promise. Right now, we got imps waiting. So the fly cost 450, the imp only costs 300, but that's still triple something like the Spectre or the Tombstone Bearer. Okay, so how about we have them go up against something like the Monk? Yeah, I feel like that would be fitting for the area that we're in. I'm assuming that they're... Oh! No, I was going to say I would assume that they're melee units, like they're gonna dive bomb with those pitchforks, but no, they just kind of hang out up there and shoot some kind of curse? Yeah, it's like a hellfire curse. The monks are having a hard time reaching them. I think, did they kill you? Nope, you're just clowning on them. I definitely saw some connections with the bow staff, but yeah, they just shook it off and giggled. Well, if they're gonna shoot fire, then maybe we should shoot ice back at them? The problem is, like, if the ice doesn't freeze a unit solid, then you've got problems, whereas the fire will just kind of slowly immolate them over time. Did they update the bow for the ice archer, or is that part of the mod? I don't remember it having, like, icicles and stuff on it. Maybe I'm just forgetting because it's been a while, but either way, it just really didn't stand a snowball's chance in hell. Next up, we have the Standard Bearer. And we've seen units like this before, where they hold a flag, they make people run faster, they make people run slower, so there's a chance that this guy doesn't actually have an attack. But, you know, for 400, I can't imagine that's the case. Let's put him out there against a halberd and see how he does. Pretty dramatic difference in weapons. One has a giant axe, and the other seems to have stabbed him in the butt with undead swords? Where are these coming from? He Okay, I was gonna say, if you miss again, man, you better not be attached to those balls, but that one definitely hit. Maybe I should do a couple of units with a little bit less health. If we did something like that, then like, technically, he is a ranged unit. What an interesting way of going about that. So he can attack from ranged, but he doesn't use a projectile. It's just a creative way of going about things. So what do you think would happen if I had a whole bunch of undead arms coming up and attacking something that's a little bit bigger? Maybe a secret unit like one of the giants? There's gotta be something here that's a little heavier, or maybe something like bear cavalry? It's been a while since we brought them out. They're not quite the spookiest, but they can tank a whole bunch of swords to the crotch. Huh. That took a lot longer than I would have expected. Tough bears. I'm thinking the big difference between these guys and like an actual ranged projectile is the fact that like the others can miss. And they often do in tabs, in fact. Musketeers, I swear, you know, they're shooting with their eyes closed, but these guys, no matter how wobbly or how fast the enemy is moving, I would imagine they can't miss. Oh, that didn't seem to hit all that well, though. I mean, once they get stuck in the river, then yeah, I'm sure you can't really screw things up, but the horses did kind of look like maybe they just ran through it. You know, they get hit, they keep on going, they're not gonna stop kind of thing. We can get a better look at this. Yeah, that is super cool. Now, this guy looks the least like a tabs unit. Every other unit we've seen so far distinctly from this game, this one's a little bit off-putting. Which I guess makes sense. He is a gargoyle, you know, he is covered in stone, so there might be a wobbler or a skeleton inside there somewhere. He costs 500, so I kind of want to have him face off against something like the Hoplite. You know, a melee unit that can defend itself from range, because I have no idea what a gargoyle does. He could shoot laser beams from his eyes, he could just tear them apart with his claws. Ooh. I love the way he sounds. I had to just shut up there for a second. He actually sounds like stone being dragged across a floor. That is super cool. I dare say we'll be able to hear that a whole lot better if we have a bunch of them. And they don't fly. They've got wings, but I guess they are probably, you know, as heavy as a cinder block. Let's have them fight against something like... Oh man, none of these spooky units would really make for a good match. Maybe something in the evil faction? Yeah, something like the Exiled Sentinel. I just want them to be able to swing for the fences or really have a bare-knuckle brawl here. They do just kind of use their claws. You can see like the effect of the claws scraping through. Oh, that sound is just... I'm sure somebody out there absolutely hates that noise, but for me, it is just wicked. Do you think they'd be vulnerable to projectiles? Because if they're made of stone, you would think that bullets would just kind of ricochet off them. I could use a whole bunch of gunslingers and try to mow them down. Oh. Wait, they're flying now? I'm confused. So when they're damaged, they can kind of swoop down? And when you kill them, they don't leave a body. They just kind of turn to dust. Have all of these units had interesting death effects that I haven't seen? As things have been getting progressively more and more ridiculous, it's kind of refreshing to have one of the highest rated units in this faction just be a well-armed Skeleman. You could swear that this was part of the Spooky faction. This is the Death Knight. And he costs 600, which I believe the regular knight costs as well. Regular knight's 650, but that's fine. That extra 50 is all the flesh. Let's have them face off and see who's gonna come out on top. You must do something interesting, Death Knight. I'm sure of it. You can't just swing an axe. Your shield was glowing for a second. They're really just gonna have a wobbly beatdown? Okay, I mean, I'm here for it. God, they're really going for it too. Ooh, good backswing. Not to say that the Death Knight was underwhelming by any means, but this is more of what I was expecting. This is the secret unit that we just unlocked, the Grieving Titan, and I included a Death Knight for size comparison. He's gotta be like 15 feet tall, his sword is the size of a minivan, and he's got a little tiny skeleton in his foot. How strange. I'll admit, it's not every day you see a 15-foot tall skeleton with a tiny little friend in his boot, so I've grown interested, and I don't really know what will be a good counter to that, so I'm just gonna throw a peasant rush his way. All the peasants from the village have come out to get rid of this curse. Oh, oof. Yeah, not quite, guys. You probably should have revolted at home. No, I don't think this was such a good idea. Come on. My guy, I said that they're peasants, not pheasants. You can't just send them flying south for the winter like that. Well, if we're gonna have to face off against a curse, then I suppose we could use some wizards and maybe even some priests. I think that's a pretty fair idea. Come on, Gandalf, you're supercharged. You can make your way through the darkness. Oh, he doesn't seem to care all that much. He should be like breakdancing and spinning and exploding right now, but the only thing that's spinning is gonna be that sword. Oh, he keeps getting stuck on the geometry. Ingenious. That crafty old wizard used the map to his advantage. Ranged units definitely seem to have a good effect on this guy, so what if we tried the Firework Archer? It's been a long time since I've tried this unit, and I love them. Like, if we could send a giant skeleton flying the same way that he sent all of our poor little peasants flying, that'd be pretty... Nope, doesn't seem to care all that much. We pushed him back. Yeah, he can't advance, but some of you don't seem to care all that much, not considering that a win. Oh my god. So he's got like Grim Reaper talons coming out of the ground, which is a problem. I was about to run it back against the Grieving Titan, but I just noticed one of these things is not like the other. One of these pumpkins is looking a little dry, which means maybe we can get ourselves a cool pumpkin character? Ooh. Wait, what? Or a genie? What's happening? Is there... The Soul Snatcher? That was one unit, but there was two things hidden there. Oh yeah, he is some kind of creepy undead genie. The Soul Snatcher. Okay, well if that's the case, then we can answer the age-old question. Do hobbits have souls? I could spread out a whole bunch of them and put it to the test. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so he grabs hold, and then, yeah, he actually is stealing their souls. This mod is ridiculous. Okay, I've seen a lot of really good mods in this game, but there are so many custom effects and sounds and animations and models and hobbits. Could you maybe stop? Could you guys hold on? We're trying to steal all the souls. You're making it hard to see. You're just kind of gang banging the genie. Not what we're looking for today, guys. Man, they ruin everything, I swear. So stupid. I don't think they're gonna win. They're just gonna make it very uncinematic. Yeah, they're just kind of grabbing hold of it. Guys, he doesn't even have balls. He doesn't have legs. I'm pretty sure he's just a floating torso. How are they able to do anything right now? I'm guessing his, like, snatching arms are so long that he has a hard time reaching down underneath him. You tricksy hobbitses, I'm telling you. Well, then let's have him try to steal the souls of a more practical formation of units. Bit of a phalanx walking up against him. Can he reach through shields? Yep, doesn't care about shields at all, and that one's dead. Everything seems to be able to close the distance against him quite easily, though. So, what are his strengths? Maybe he can insta-kill any unit no matter how big they are? Can you steal Snuffy's soul? I would imagine, oh, okay, you can survive an attack, and yeah, that's what it is. He can, whoa. That's cool. So, I would imagine any unit in the game he can insta-kill, but the problem is he can only do it, you know, relatively slowly at a moderate range, that kind of thing. So he's not super overpowered, just unique. I'm sure by the time this video goes live, Halloween will either be very close or will have already come and gone, so I won't get the chance to play tabs again before Halloween, but I would like to do more with this faction at some point, and a couple of other modded factions. Even though tabs isn't getting any more updates, that doesn't mean that I want to stop playing. So if you guys want to see more, as always, be sure to leave a like in the video, leave a comment, let me know, and maybe I'll return to steal some pachyderm souls again soon. Thanks so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.